All right, in this episode, we are joined by Dakota Futtrell Steinecker.
Yeah, it's just Dakota Steinecker. But yeah.
Dakota Steinecker. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Dakota graduated back in the class of 2012. Dakota, think back to when you were in middle school, just a
Okay.
few years back.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to come to early college?
Um, I chose early college because it was a unique experience and I knew I wanted to go to college and I would have been the first in my immediate family to graduate from college and it was just a great opportunity, smaller class sizes. It was a lot. It was new in our area. So it was one of those nobody had really done it before. So it was just something that seemed really interesting and I wanted to and the thought of a 2 year degree when you graduated high school or close to it was something that I definitely was thinking about, especially for helping with money and things like that.
Okay. So it was an opportunity, the right opportunity for you at the right time.
Yep.
Love it. All right, so you say yes to the early college invite. You come to Bridge Week. You had the time of your life there. Met a whole bunch of different people from all over the place. You get into freshman year. Was it what you thought it would be?
Yes and no. I mean, I expected there to be challenges. You know, you're in a new place, you're on a college campus, you're trying to figure everything out. It's definitely not middle school. And you're meeting new people, you're not with your same people. Like I came with a couple people that, I went through school with. So I had some people there that I knew, but it was just one of those like this is real. Okay, like let's do it. But you definitely have to apply, have to work at it, and it's not just one of those like, oh, this is easy. It was definitely more difficult.
Sure. Sophomore year, you start getting exposed to some college classes. Junior year, even more college classes. How did you find balance in being able to do everything?
Um,
Or was there a balance? There may not have been a balance.
well, sophomore year was it was easier because of the way early college structured the college classes. It made it easier to ease into it freshman or sophomore year because they only let us do two at the time. So like you still had your high school classes, but they gave us like the intro classes so you can kind of wet your feet a little before you're like in it full because we were in like college 105 I think it was, and that was full of just early college kids. And so it was a little it was a college class, but it was like uh let's see how you do, see how you like it kind of thing. I think I had that and in English class or something first.
Right.
But yeah, it was
Those first ones are like early college kids that change out the teacher, right?
pretty much it was like a college professor, but it was all we were just all together still. So it really wasn't like it was like a get your feet wet kind of deal.
Okay.
So,
Junior year, you start taking more. Senior year, things are starting to get very real very quickly.
oh
Uh,
yeah, senior I was full-time college student pretty much. So yeah.
and what was it like trying to prepare for whatever was next while doing the tech stuff? And you're still really young at this point, you're 17, 18 years old. Uh, how do you manage all that?
Well, luckily I had really good family support. Honestly, if I wouldn't have had the family support I had, the friend support I had, it wouldn't have been as easy for me. Which, of course, I had a unique experience then where I was like, okay, we have a family business, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing. But I ended up just staying a tech. Um, but yeah, so like I was like, okay, well, I'll probably just end up running my family's business and doing this and that, which, that didn't happen either because I live in Kentucky now. Um, so, but, um, but yeah, it was one of those like, you kind of have to, there was a balance, but there wasn't a balance. Like you have to kind of figure out your balance, and that's a you have a fine line in there of kind of how you're gonna figure out your balance. Because
Yeah,
freshman into sophomore year, there was no balance. Once I got more heavy into junior and senior year, then I kind of finessed with balance. Avid really helped with that.
right, for sure. Uh, I like a way one of my other interviewees this week put it. She was talking about understanding her calendar. And at the
Yeah,
time, I had never really thought about that. It was like the first time I've ever heard it.
yeah,
But she's so
that's a good
right.
one.
You're figuring out like what works for you. How do you need to do this? What do you need to prioritize? All of that.
For sure. Because yeah, like you have to try 4 or 5 different styles or scheduling to figure out what you want. Because like you can start one way and it not work at all. Like there's so many different studying styles, note styles. You have to just find your way, find what works. For me, I have to write notes down like 12 times. That's
Yep.
the only way I can do it. I can't listen to things. I have to write it down. Like I am not an audible person. I have to like write. I'm a very visual, hands-on person. So that to me, I had to write my notes down a lot, note cards, all the stuff.
Gotcha. All right. So, what'd you major in at Tech?
I did associate of arts with business emphasis.
Okay. And so you graduate from Tech, then what?
So I did not graduate with my associate's degree
Okay.
at early college. I was like 4 classes short, I think.
Okay.
So it took me a little bit to finish those 4 because yeah, me and math don't get along. Um, but then after that, I worked with my family for years, and then I got married in 2014, and still married. And then in 2000, I think it was 18 or 19. I can't remember exactly the year because I did it 2018 and 19. I went back to tech and I did the massage therapy program.
Okay.
And so I graduated with a certificate in that. Because I had the associate degree, I could jump right straight into the massage program. I got my certificate in that. I have not passed the license board because it's ridiculous. And then I moved states, so now I have to, if I want to continue in the massage world, I have to do like just under 100 more hours to retest if I want to do that. And then, so after our family business stopped, I kind of was like, all right, what am I gonna do? So then I went to the retail world for about a year. I worked at Bass Pro in North Palm Beach for, and then we moved to Kentucky almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in May, and I stayed on with the company, but it was Cabela's here. So
Hmm.
I worked there for another, I don't know, 6 months or so, and then I found what I'm doing now, which I work in a I
Okay.
work in a chiropractic office right now. I'm the like receptionist, but I also do all the therapies. I put everybody on like TENS units and I do ultrasounds on them. I'll put them on traction machines, that kind of stuff. So
Good stuff.
I do all the copays. I do all that. I put new patients in. I do all that kind of stuff now. So it's kind of like the massage realm, but it's not like massaging, but it's still helping people, which is
Right.
essentially what I wanted to do with the massage stuff anyway, because I loved that. I loved the hands-on, the seeing how it affects people and seeing how like it helps them and makes them feel better and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing now. I could potentially go get it's called a CA. It's a like chiropractor assistant. It's a certificate. I could do
Oh,
that. It's pretty much what I'm doing now, just a piece of paper behind it.
right. Sounds like a lot of on the job training.
Yeah, you can do it with actually you can do it. You can go to school to do it, or you can do it with just like an hours based program. So
Uh,
you have to do like 2,000 hours of pretty much what I'm doing now, and then it's a like $50 test you take, and then you can be certified in it.
gotcha. How do you like Kentucky?
It's this winter has been rough. It's been the
Cold.
most snow they've seen in 10 years. So, but other than that, it's pretty. It's really pretty. I'm in like the in between like